Rum pum 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 pum. 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 Pum 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 Yeah, all of y'all keeping y'all in health. Go get the vegetables. Eat to your health. It said it's real when you maybe. Thought I was gonna have a decent freestyle for y'all today. Let's start over. Knew the Empress in the building. How you feeling? I'ma tuck mine in where Debo at. He better take his ass to the bike shop and fix them squeaking wheels. The skin is flawless. Oh, my darling, I feel gorgeous knowing that Black Majesty is up in the building. Yes, y'all. For the 1-2, LOS come through with the hums and with the rhymes that'll give you the goosebumps. I never used to read those books because I'm not a reader. I'm more of a speaker, mathematician, great thinker. We are in this bitch with the SOS podcast at last. Yes. I'm at work ready to go with Cake Boss with the most flaws. I need to go out to one of her events and chill for the cause. Possibly get a vendor table if I'm able. Sell a couple hats or such. That would be clutch. You are in the building with the cat giving y'all the ill feelings. Stringing you along, waiting for my guest to come on. For sure. With a whole bunch of O's. Oh. Yeah. Tonight's special guest, Puma Dumar. We got special commentary coming from Most Dope 216, affectionately known as Brandon, and my other brother from another mother, the most known bastard on the MIC. They'll be chiming in with the fingers. You on break? She's on break. Don't make a mistake. She said she get 30 minutes and she taking all of them bitches. Don't ask her to do shit while she chilling. Cause that shit would not be appealing. She might just kick you in the asshole. Yes, I drink the glass whole. Cause it's always full around these parts. We just super smart. SOS in the building. If you don't know, I'ma tell you. SOS stands for Shields Offered in Self. And often we just give you parts of ourself to add to your intellectual wealth. Yo, if you hear me, I said yo. If you hear me. Her name is Yazzie. I'm pretty sure she's classy. ×2. I do rhyme for the flows, and I give you 16s that are fluid like the waters by the bayous. Don't try, dude. I just move like the two wheels on bicycles. Yo. What the fuck are you saying? I'm freestyling, displaying 16s I've been laying over tracks, over that bullshit. It's whack. I'm about to bring in my guest. How's that? Puma Dumar, you are in for a super treat. SOS with the SOS podcast, and it's super unique. I speak with the fluidity of a philosophical. Oh, fuck it. Let's just bring the guest in. Puma Dumar, you all. What up, dog?
You in there spitting.
Yeah, man.
You in there spitting them bars.
Had to kick a few freestyles.
What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Living it.
Yeah, man. Do it for you. Like, for real. We having some issues with your connection a little bit, bro. I don't know if there's a better place for you to go, but we gonna get this thing moving and grooving. You hear me?
I hear you now.
Yeah, you was having a little bit of connection issues. You was lagged for a minute.
Not my fault. I had to put it on the charger.
Oh, okay.
Who's the most known bastard?
That's my little brother from another mother.
It was good, Pooh. I wanted to say what's good, but I was like, who is that first? Before I just.
But you just be like, yo, what up, bro?
Right.
Nah, he is the O in the SOS podcast. You know what I mean? So SOS is all of our last names. We all are actual brothers with different mothers, and we decided to do a podcast.
Oh, that's a dope podcast to do, though. To be quite honest.
Yeah. Real talk, man. We always say on the phone together. We should do a podcast. So here it is. You know what I mean? And you are what? I think might be our 6th guest so far.
Oh yeah. I don't feel too bad because I definitely pulled it to the first one. I don't feel too bad though. I ain't missed no episode. Like the second one, dude, was the first. Hey, fuck it. Hey, but shout out to everybody in here. Follow the kid, PUMA, DUMA, or Puma Dumar for all you cats that can't spell. I'm in here with, Oakland Lowe's, man. It's been a minute, man. They needed this little connection. Even if we in the Brady Bunch boxes, it still count as elevating these people, man. We got to do it somehow, some way.
Yeah, man. Give him a little background on the elevation and just like the way you used to do your thing and shit, bro.
Yeah, most definitely, man. My fault. I'm trying to hold back a cough. I don't want to be choking on here. Especially now. You don't want to be choking nowadays because of
connection, that Rona.
Oh, you can hear me?
Nah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking at a question. Somebody asked, "What do you do?"
Oh shit, what don't I do is the question, man. I just, I
Oh,
just try to spread God's truth to the youth, honestly. Like Los was saying, man, we was on the radio. I want to say it was 2000. What was that? 2014 all the way up to like
yeah.
2017 ish. But it was called the Elevation Station, where we elevate you above the rest. It was pretty much just a hip hop station that just spoke on hip hop. Like a lot of the things that's going on right now, it was just starting when we started the radio. Like it was little. It wasn't too crazy because, like I said, 2014, that was Obama's last 2 years going into Trump. So it was just like we was in that political realm, and then all the crazy shit that goes down in hip hop. Like I think our main thing we was with, like, there was Gucci was getting married, what Drake and Meek beef. We was definitely holding it down for the industry, and then like it was Pittsburgh, so it was Elevator 412. You can actually follow us still on the page, Elevator 412. But we represented the city, man, because Pittsburgh is a city where we got so much talent, but there's so many people that try to bring you down. It's the crab in the barrel theory, bro. So it's like we just made a station where it's like we need to elevate our people. And it's more than just the little, what is that called that Whammo got on Sundays? Freshman,
Local
like
love.
an
Or some shit.
hour, fam. This is Pittsburgh,
Right.
fam. You go to Philly, you go to New York, they shit's playing all day.
Mm-hmm.
They shit's playing, whether it be Meek, whether it be Beanie Sigel in Philly, they're still playing them. Whether it be like a street nigga, a local nigga, they're playing them all day. It's not no little hour on Sundays when nobody even turning on the radio. But we was just, Future Flavors, thank Cake Boss, Future Flavors. Man, come on, man, quit calling it that. Just put it in rotation.
Right.
But they can't. So I mean, nothing against Whammo, but we was different from them because it was an online independent. Shout out DJ Shaw, we started that, and then we brought you along. Then we brought DJ Bricks. Shout out DJ Bricks. But we brought so many people that just came through the Elevation Station. If they wasn't working with us, they was either coming through and just putting an imprint, saying what they got going on in the city. But yeah, radio for a couple years, and then I switched over to modeling.
Mm-hmm.
You had to sneak in real quick. I had to sneak in and do that real quick, but that was cool. I can't lie. It was kind of similar to radio, but obviously it's not the same. It's fashion. You're around good-looking, unique people and good energies and shit. But honestly, I was doing that just to even still build my brand in the radio and then build the brand of myself, Puma Dumar. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just, I did that for 3 years. I did radio for 3 years, and then right now, man, I'm a fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so a beautiful thing from relationship, fathering right now. So I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, focusing on me. But I'm definitely on a hiatus right now with the social media, and I didn't even do it purposely. But I told myself in 2019 that I was going to have a hiatus in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the perfect time to have a hiatus because it's been crazy all year. Like, so I mean, I've been doing it like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and once I did it like that,
Yeah.
here I am. But
Mm-hmm.
I still stay connected with people. It's not like I disappeared off the face of the planet. Like good people that I'm cool with, like you, and people that they know who they is. Like I stay connected, but with the social media and showing my face all the time, it's like that's a full-time job in itself. Like that gets tiring, and then everything that comes with social media, like that people like to deny, that gets tiring. So I just like had to back out, and I told myself that, like I said, in 2019, and coincidental, like I said, it was the perfect year to take a hiatus, bro, because it's a crazy year.
Yeah. I remember in 2018 when I went through my divorce and shit. I
Mm,
definitely took a hiatus for like, I want to say it went from like October up to December, and I cracked in the end of December because of all the Christmas shit. Yeah, man.
yeah,
You wanna chime in and holler at people, telling them Merry Christmas and shit, and
yeah,
yeah, I mean, so but that time, like at first I was itching. Like that first couple of weeks, I was like, damn, I need to see what's popping on social media. You know what I mean and shit. But then
yeah, yeah,
I was just like, it really didn't bother me at all not being on there. You know what I mean? Like Like not caring if I got no likes, not caring if it was commenting and shit. Like
Exactly. My fault. Got that medicine provided by your boy. That folkland medicine, you know. That folkland but anyway, you're right, bro. You're right. It's honestly, it was the fake love to me, bro. Because honestly, like I said, I started doing like social media heavy when I got in the radio. Like I was on social media, but I wasn't like pushing it where like I'm trying to draw people's attention. I was just doing my own thing. And then once I doing radio, it's like, damn, now I need everybody's attention. So I did radio, barely showed my face. And then once I started doing modeling, I swear to God, the whole energy just changed. And that's how I start looking at like not just people, but energies and just the love of just it be fraudulent. I just be like, ugh. So it's sometimes cool to just cleanse off of that. Honestly.
I don't know why I want to ask this question, but I think it's because of I don't know. Just bear with me on this question. If it's silly, just like, it was a question. But do you feel like weird energy from dudes? And the reason I'm asking you this is because like with you being my dog, you would post some shit, and I'd be like, I want to like this shit, but then again, this thing
I can't. No, it's funny because my sister's baby's dead. Lie to you not. He shared something on Facebook that was like talking like that. He said, "Yo, this is the only nigga I would repost, man. He's on his grass. He's doing his thing." But nah, bro. Definitely you get weird energy from niggas because it's like, especially like the letter niggas, the alphabet niggas. So when you put that energy, it's like, yeah, you just gotta nip that in the butt like real quick, especially on social media. But then again, like I was saying, it's there's no need to keep up with that energy. Like I don't really have to prove to you, or I don't really have to speak to you or nothing. It's just like you gonna have your own opinion about me anyway. But it's just it's weird energy with both, like females and males. This is just like y'all wasn't giving me the same energy until I took my shirt off, and it was just like weird as hell. And it was just like, especially in fashion and modeling, there's a lot of alphabet people, and there's that lot of like energy. So it's just like I just made myself. I had to just do me. I'm just here. I know what my main end goal is. So it was just like,
how did you maintain your, I guess, identity without sounding like a bigot or sounding like tolerant? You know what I mean?
Cause I'm a different person when you get like when you see me. Like people just like, if you don't know me, you gonna look at my pictures and you make your own opinion about me. It's like, what is like, who is this dude? But if you know me, like especially like if you knew me since like little, it's like almost kind of funny. It's like, yo, this nigga Puma is like really modeling this shit now. Like, and I laugh with him because I'm like laughing like, yeah. I'd never in a million years would have like seen myself modeling, but I just looked at the opportunity what I already had. Like when I was doing radio, my nigga was doing music, and I was already kind of managing him. And then you was doing music when we was so music, radio, and then I didn't know fashion had such a like a hip hop influence until I actually was in a fashion show, and I was like, oh, I mean. These the same niggas that be in the trap, the same niggas that's in the club. The music everywhere, and even like the parties that come around it, the people that stand it, the people that come to it, are these the same crowds. It's like the only thing we doing is we showing off what we wearing. And you can tell, like even the people that come in, they trying to show off what they wear. And it's almost like some people take it more serious than others. Me, it's like, I honestly always looked at myself as like, I'm a good looking person. I'm not really a model. I'm not really a model. Like I feel like if I was in any other city, I probably wouldn't be like, oh, that's one of the top models in the city. Now, the thing that got me in, because I was in 3 modeling agencies, 2 in Pittsburgh, and the third one, I wouldn't consider it Pittsburgh because it's an independent photographer. But the 2 in Pittsburgh was Doherty Agency and then the Talent Group. And just being in them, I honestly got hired off my personality. They really recognized my mouthpiece. They like, oh, this nigga got charisma. And then on top of that, he is kind of good looking. So I mean, yeah, you a model. And like I said, for me, like a top model is a white tall chick with a skinny.
Yeah,
Like that's the top model. And even like even to switch it over, like even if you look at some of the guys is taller than me. So I'm like,
yeah,
I'm really here to be the America's Next Top Model because I know my goal in the end of this. But just the fact that I dabbed into this round, y'all gonna remember me when I got my end goal.
yeah,
Y'all gonna be like, that nigga used to, that nigga used to.
yeah,
Oh, all right,
yeah.
all right, that's cool. Da, 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 da. And then that's all the main goal.
He's asking, would you say ASAP made high fashion cool in hip hop, or was it the other way? Or was it always the case?
It was kind of always the case because I mean, high fashion. Yeah, I would say that because it's like he took it to another level when it's like he's really cool with like overseas, and it seemed like that era of New York has a real tighter connection, and even you can look at it like till this day has a tighter connection with that UK feel.
Uh,
So when they vibed off of that, they was really like wearing clothes that was like you wouldn't really see that. And then ASAP didn't really start off with that. When he came on the scene, he was wearing shit, but his shit would like just stick out. Like, yo, where he get them shoes though at?
like,
It was like a Wale type feel. It was like, oh, why this nigga? He just coming out with exclusive shit. It's like high fashion type shit. But
mm,
I mean, ASAP. But if you want to really give the crown to somebody, you got to give it to Kanye West. To
uh,
be honest,
yeah, Kanye definitely brought the flavors up.
man, don't
Dapper Dan.
we can't run from that. Like a lot of people, yeah. Besides his personality, his shit he do, don't run from the fashion influence that this man Jesus
My man
has.
still saying Dapper Dan and the hustling culture made high fashion pop. And I have to agree with that because like Alpo and Rich Porter and you know what I mean, from like Harlem and stuff like that, like giving you different flavors that you never seen before type shit. Like just because they had access to it, you know what I mean, they had money and they could just spend that shit, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. No, Dapper Dan definitely, especially there's well rappers in New York that definitely feed off of Dapper Dan, but yeah, I just think in today's age, I mean, Dapper Dan's like one of the gatekeepers of it. So it's like that's one of the oldest names I can think of if we talking about hip hop high fashion. And then before that, you got to go to like old like pimp rappers. And even before that, just fuck rappers, you just got to go to the pimps period. And you can count that in the hip hop culture because, like I said, on another level, when we talk about hip hop, like we did on the Elevation Station,
that
hip hop's
was
more than just music.
it was
So I mean,
like the dope thing that like that I feel like we established when we did Elevation Station is that hip hop is literally in everything. Like literally, hip hop is starting to become that atom that they gotta fucking put in every element. You know what I mean? Like it's like
well, shit,
shit without hip hop these days. From the politics, sports, fashion, everything is it got something to do with hip hop. Outside of maybe the STEM industry, but they try to make that cool by adding elements of hip hop into that. You know what I mean? Like that's how they
yeah.
the kids is putting hip hop in it. Like
Yeah, and even like to even stem on like the TikTok shit, like half them songs. Come on, fam.
mm,
And I ain't even talking about the skin color right now. I'm just talking about people that really ain't in the wasn't raised on hip hop culture. They doing all different types of things to these songs. I'd be like,
mm,
it's everywhere. It's like it's contagious because after a while, it's like they gonna laugh at it, then they gonna be jealous, and then next thing you know, they gonna be trying to do exactly what we doing. So, and then another thing, my oldest was in this little virtual school right now, and they got this little hip hop thing to their little lesson. So, and even like if you watch some of the even TV shows and hear the language, or even hear some of the songs, it got a little bop to it now.
mm.
It's like everything got a little boom, 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 boom. Everybody is like, oh, all right, so y'all fuck with it. Oh, nah, not on that type of level. It's like everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to
Mm,
be
mm,
nigga type shit.
mm.
But I mean, it is, bro. It's contagious. It runs the world. It fuels the world, bro. At the end of the day. At the end of the day.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. My brother used to talk about it's the umbrella for so many different mediums. And that's true. Or not even sometimes not even an umbrella. Sometimes just the trampoline is like, oh my shit ain't popping, throw some hip hop in that shit. You know what I mean? And like
Because it's like hip hop is like it's to do. It's like once you know. you're gonna do it. And the only people that really are perfect at doing exactly those things are the youth.
Mm,
The youth. And I'm not even saying like your age, your number. I'm talking about that energy,
yeah.
that youth energy. It's like people that move like that. That's hip hop.
Hmm.
That's hip hop. That's what that is. But it's in everything, fam. It's like it's the umbrella, but like I said, I think it's the fuel. It's like if you really want your shit to boom, and it ain't booming, shit. You seen them Corona's already selling.
Right.
I'm not talking about the virus. I'm talking about the beer.
Yeah.
Corona is already selling.
Mm,
You seen they just put Snoop Dogg on that shit. I'm like, yeah.
mm,
Even with the general, come on, that's cheap insurance.
right.
So who we trying to target?
Hmm.
Put Shaq Diesel on there. Put
Right.
Snoop in the commercials, man. Look, it's hip hop, man. It's hip hop.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's deep and heavy. It's everywhere, bro.
Yeah. So, what you been feeling about just like I don't know, just like what are you gonna? Because I know you kind of dabbled in hip hop too. Like, how do you think you're gonna use that? You know, with the stuff that you've already been doing.
I'm gonna just like keep growing because I feel like I had to use this year to act like I didn't know nothing, and I still like on a day-to-day basis, like act like I don't know nothing. And when I say this, I mean like I feel as though what's the famous saying? How can I make this make sense? It's like I know enough to know that I don't know everything.
Yeah.
Like pretty much.
Hmm.
Like there's things that we know, there's things that we don't know, and there's things that we don't know. Like it is deep. It's real. It's real deep. But I just had to really like remind myself, like, all right, let me just act dumb. Like I really got to like focus on like act like I don't know what hip hop is.
Then somebody
Even
just hit me to the notion that like shit that you know is really not even knowledge because it's based off of relativity. So you could be thinking that an inch is an inch, but that's
exactly.
our civilization. You know what I mean? Like you might
And you got
even know
bro.
what an inch is. You know what I mean?
You
It's like
you really walk around like I don't know shit. I don't know shit, man. Like I'm talk. Don't get it fucked up. I'm gonna talk what I do know,
right.
but what I do know that ain't you. It's not nothing. So I really had to like, all right, let me act like I don't know nothing,
Mm,
and then just keep going from here because I mean I just hit so many different like fields, and I do that outside like the hip hop culture. That's just like the entertainment side of me.
mm,
That's what I let you see on social media. But like outside of that, like even from getting knowledge or like going to institutions or going in like to the work field, it's like I always seem to dab around. But it's time for me to like just all tunnel this shit in. Like let me get narrow it down and just trickle it all in, like all this energy. And at the same time, like I said, act dumb and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Act like I don't know
mm,
nothing,
yeah.
but I just still spread the truth of what I do know because I'm not going to spread nothing that I didn't look up or even didn't experience.
She said, "Hold
There's no
that Puma." I caught
was good. He was good. He the one and only. You know the one and only. But nah, bro, you just gotta. I just had to hit the reset button because I feel like this was a year of a pivot. Like I've been using that word all year. Like this is. It's not the end.
it.
It's not. But it's about to take a different direction.
Hmm.
And it's like the only people that really do have advantage are babies and kids because they're going to grow up with it. The only people that had a disadvantage are people that ain't been living like this.
Hmm.
That's why I asked my grandma, rest in peace, because it's been a crazy year. I had a baby and then I had to bury my grandma, rest in peace, my grandma, in the same year. But she even said it because I asked her, I said, have you ever experienced anything like this?
Hmm.
She said, nah, like any. She went. Come on, she's seen Martin Luther King get shot. She's seen Man on the Moon. She's
Yeah.
seen fucking Nelson Mandela get locked up. She's seen a lot of shit. She's seen a lot of shit. And I said, you ain't never seen nothing like This is lockdown. You can't go here. You got to wear. Come on, fam.
What's
We going next.
even what's really crazy is I was looking at an expose about the sixth century, and there was a volcano that erupted that emitted gas so thick and ash so thick that it blotted out the sun, caused a nuclear winter.
Mm.
So we
Nuclear winter.
yeah, so equivalent of a nuclear winter. So we can't get toilet paper, but the events of that fucking volcano caused the dark ages, like the plague and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, as much as this ain't some shit we ain't never seen, I keep holding on to the notion that like that was the 6th century and they didn't have hand sanitizer. They couldn't even spell it. You know what I mean?
Come on.
And they
Come on, man.
so I mean I just feel like we gonna survive.
It's we just look, man, because we right now in 2020, like you said, that's in the dark ages. In 2020, we have to really admit that we are spoiled as
But
human race.
this is a great
Spoiled.
to stay alive, bro. To be alive. Like,
It's a great, what a time. Like, that's why them rappers be like,
um,
they be like, they be exaggerating it, but at the same time, they be like trying to actually motivate us. They be like, at the same time, they be looking at us like, not even rappers, like people with money even look at it like, yo, it's a great time, like, but other people don't look at it like that. And it's like we in the time of there's a lot of illusions,
mm-hmm.
and what we see is what we.
Look, yo,
Wasn't for these screens, we wouldn't know what direction to go. So we turn on these screens every day to look what to do, and especially right now. Especially right now, like before, we didn't really notice it. Now, if you don't notice that you're looking, like checking your phone for that thing that's going on right now, you're crazy. Like you're really looking for confirmation from school to work to things opening up around the world to kids about health concerns, mask and all that. Like we running back to the whip to the for some mask.
yeah,
And it's like I'm not saying like because some people when I talk about this they get the notion that I be talking like all of this is a hoax or all of this is fake. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if it wasn't for these right here, this my fault. If it
I think
wasn't
you. It's a,
for these
yeah,
right here,
yeah.
you wouldn't have no direction, and that's not good. And
Mm-hmm.
some people would think that is offense, but it's true. It's like it's so true. But if you really turned it off and really went your own direction,
When it comes to
you
that though, like I always feel like it's relative, right? Like the technology of your time is going to bless you and curse you at the same time. See what I'm saying? Like there was forced chattel slavery because there wasn't an industrial era. You know what I mean? And so they had to find a way to optimize the economy. And I'm not excusing white people for that, but I'm just saying like the technology of your time will always like I was talking to my son's mom and I was saying, you know what, I'm this old and I realized that if somebody was to ask me to look down at an analog watch and tell them the time, I might have to ask them, give me a second. You see what I'm saying?
literally. And look, I just took mine off. I wear this, and I do this just like this is like a daily like brain teaser. I do it just on purpose because it's like, bruh, you should know this. It's like
Right.
this shouldn't take so long. Like, no, it's like 520 something. Yeah. And I say real yeah. They said no, it's actually 528. I said 520 something. Like damn. Like
I
damn,
don't
but
consider
no.
it intelligent, but because the technology of my time has given me this Apple Watch and this iPhone and fucking everything, and I could just the time is displayed everywhere. I don't need that I don't need that technology to know what time it is. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing about it, people know what time it is from a fucking numerical standpoint, but don't know what time it is really outside. You know what I mean? Like what time is it really for real? You know what I mean? Like, do you really know what time it is? Like, that's
And
the real question. You know what I mean? Like, but I just feel
man,
like we always gifted and cursed by the technology of our time. So as much as I'll be like, yo, you look at your phone too much, or you know what I mean? Like, you ain't nothing without your GPS. Like, imagine how crude, just
facts.
backwards thinking people were back in the 18th century. Yeah,
Hey,
who definitely could tell you all the different types of vessels, because we just call everything a boat nowadays, but not everything's a boat. You know what I mean? Like, there was a there was
I mean,
there was they would be able to tell you all the different types of vessels, but then they would also tell you something stupid like men are smarter than women. You know what I mean? It's just like,
no, they had dumb morals, and that goes to show from who they taught us about. Those people who they taught us about
mm,
definitely have dumb morals. But I'm trying to like even look at human race as a human race.
mm,
Back then, they were definitely way more inclined because they set it up to have it how we live it right now.
right, yeah,
Like they knew back then how we was going to be living right now.
right, right,
They knew.
yeah,
It was not even a stab in the dark. It was like, yo, we control this, so we don't have to worry about
yeah.
how you want to do it.
Nah, I feel that.
So it's like we're gonna control generation after generation. That's why I said it's like it's fucked up because once you get here as a baby, you already falling for the illusion.
Mm,
It's already like Merry Christmas.
yeah,
Right? What's Merry Christmas? Like I said, if it wasn't for what's Merry Christmas? Like you said, what time is it? For
yeah,
real, for real.
mm,
Ain't no time to say what time is it?
mm,
It's the only time it's right now, bro.
right.
That's the only time. So it's like they try to knock people off with the same thing because even if you look at something that might not seem too deep, but it is kind of deep.
Mm. No, it's all.
Not everywhere. Hold on, not everywhere has
I feel
daylight savings.
you have the reason why me and you get along is because like we be understanding that shit really is that deep, but we got a sense of humor. Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
Because if
shit is,
if you don't laugh, you'll cry, man. This shit, because it's deep, but you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh,
it
man.
is
It's
really real.
really fun. It is.
It's got to be like, oh damn, like there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
I was looking at this thing about these scientists. They're trying to use dark matter as energy. But for the past 25 years, they can't even define it. Can you imagine that? Spending your life trying to define dark matter, trying to even fucking make it tangible so that you can turn it into energy someday when there's motherfuckers that can't eat today?
Right.
That's shit crazy to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shit like that, bro. That shit is crazy to me. And it was funny because I was talking about this guy even earlier today because I just asked you a random question. I'm looking up at this guy, some niggas that was around. I was like, so what's the explanation for a blue moon? They was like, I don't know. Da-da-da-da. I don't know. They said the way it's like positioned or the way it goes around the earth. And I just let it slide. But I know when I said it, it still left people to think like, yeah, how is like the moon and like how can it be on one side of the world? But even still, it got on the subject. He was talking about Mars, and he said when I was little, I had a telescope and I can see the red. And he said now it's even more red. I was like, yeah, they down there trying to make another sun.
Mm,
I said, a lot of them, like they been playing with it, bro. And I even said it even earlier today too. On top of that, I was like, ain't it crazy we went to the moon in the '60s and we don't even talk about going nowhere? Like
mm.
it ain't like
It's like,
you notice some presidents ain't say nothing about none of that.
how we,
They ain't really,
we
really talk about shit. But they don't talk about
yeah,
nothing, bruh.
mm.
Like the only thing really like that's main thing that's on the TV is like politics, sports, technology.
Bro, I'm about to be all the way
News.
off. I'm about to be all the way off politics, bro. I can't. Like, it's shit. Every year, this shit becomes more and more annoying to me, bro. And it's just like, to me, it's like, I understand that. See, I feel like we gotta stop allowing ourselves to believe that politics is gonna change our lives. Particularly, I feel like black people. Like, politics might change your life if you own shit, but until you own shit, it's not gonna help you.
Or if you got money to put in the politician's pocket.
Yeah,
If you got money to really like like you said, move shit. You control something. Like, oh yeah, no, I know. I was just speaking of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, man, quit it,
I was
quit it.
and I was looking at how the Bush family, like, could you imagine they got Bush Jr. and Senior, right? They was both
Mm,
presidents. Not only that, but they're one of the five richest families, like, on the planet Earth. Like,
that's that oil.
when
It's that oil money, man. We get A-Rap money.
when you think about when you think about politics, that's who that shit is for. You know what I mean? Because they can actually play political games and get political gain. Black
Yeah.
people, you're at me and you, people that are on our level, you know what I mean? Like the marginalized percentage of us, politics is
Yeah.
not about to help us. Like the only way that shit's gonna help us is if we get some real like power.
We gotta go that. We gotta go that way. Like if we keep like, okay, we can go this, but we can do. No, we gotta go the total opposite way. We gotta like program how we doing shit because the way they doing it, it hasn't worked.
Mm,
It hasn't worked.
right.
Up to 2020, we still talking about the same shit. It's turned from I have a dream to Black Lives Matter. I can't breathe.
Mm,
Like it's the same shit. And even before that, it's the same shit. It's the same shit, bro. It's the same shit. Same shit. It's more advanced, even from slavery. It's just more advanced.
mm,
It's just more advanced. Of course it's going to advance. It's 2020, but it's the same cycle.
right.
And it's like people don't really get the knowledge until maybe halfway until they're almost ticked out.
I think it's
And
also, I really think like as much as I be feeling like black people have a chance, a part of me feel like it's over because the one thing that I fear more than the one thing I fear more than bondage is the illusion of freedom. And now that we have that shit, it's a wrap, bro. The illusion of freedom is worse than any cage they could ever put you in, because you'll never leave. You'll never
Lows.
like.
yeah. And we gotta like when we talk about us, we just gotta look at it different moving forward. Like when you gotta talk about us, you really gotta worry about your intermediate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you on your intermediate and thyself, you will help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like you don't have to look on the other person's test like, oh no, that's the wrong answer. No, just focus on your test.
Yeah.
And everybody's going like just trust that everybody's studying and everybody's going to get a good grade and we're going to succeed as a nation, as a human race. But other than that, we got to mind our own business and we really have to, like I said, go the other way because the way they've been pushing us, it hasn't been working, especially in politics. Like it's I haven't even been arguing about people about voting because the people that's voted, it's like I look at how you live and it's like you already light years behind, not even on politics, just on a whole different level. So it doesn't really your opinion really doesn't matter no more. There's no need to argue about it no more because you believe, like you said, in an illusion. So you mean to tell me heads or tails is going to decide your life? Because that's what's basically been for this whole every single president. Heads or tails? Which heads or tails?
Right.
Oh, we really don't want heads this time. We really don't want heads this time. But heads or tails? Yep. Hold on.
Thanks, Akana. I be trying to think.
Where's it at? Oh, it is.
Yeah, can I do it right now? Because I just wiped my face with hot water.
Do your thing. I can't help you.
Why?
Because I'm on the phone. Okay. Thank you. Nice jersey, though.
You were supposed to compliment that?
The next question is, what are you going to do to know that you realize this? I don't know. Like, what can you? That's why I feel like it's too late. It's already over. Like they gave us the seat at the table, and
you're going to do that. Did you realize it's all an illusion? Some people don't like. It still don't register to some people. I mean, now that like if you talking about your soul self, then you don't. like self-explanatory. You're just going to start leveling up and elevating. As people are going this direction, you're going to be going this direction.
But I feel
And this direction.
this is the why the illusion is so ill is because we have in America they've given us a built-in adversary, our people, always, right? There's always,
Explain that. Break that down, please, please, for the people.
if you were a victim, if your ancestors was a victim of chattel slavery, then your adversary, you had one or two adversaries. You had either your oppressor, the white people, or you had coon ass black people. You know what I mean? Like, but they was, those are two people playing for the same sides against you all the time. You know what I mean? And then you just got other political factions against you, like other marginalized groups fighting for your position and shit. But mostly it's just, you know what I mean, like white supremacy versus you. You know what I mean? So when you had this built-in adversary for the first 400 years, let's say up to like 1968, right?
Mm-hmm.
When like everything, like you just now said it, too comfortable. Everything, because we had that built-in adversary, we had better focus because
Yeah.
what the opposition was. But once the opposition wisened up and said, "Don't kick them out the table.
Yeah.
Let them eat at the table.
Yeah, right.
Let's control the menu always." No matter
We should have blew that restaurant the fuck up. We should have blown. I mean, we still could, y'all. We still could. Don't get. We can still blow this motherfucker up if y'all want to. Don't eat the food. Don't touch the napkins. Don't walk in. Go the other way, man. That's all, man. That's the rules now on. Like, if you don't get it by now, like, we really have to go the total opposite way now. I lie to you not even to cut you off. I was arguing with my man. He's my street pharmacist, and he's one of those people that go downtown and they pretty much talk about how like Jesus is black, God is black, and all of that, and how the not the King James version, but the regular version of the Bible and how to decode it and whatnot. So he was arguing with me on the 4th of July, right? I came in there to get my meds, and he was talking about, oh, what you about to go celebrate the 4th of July? I'm like, nah, I'm about to just go to my sister's and grab a plate real quick with my family. He said, you about to go celebrate the 4th of July? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm really not. Like, if you want to really talk about what the Independence Day is,
right.
I'm not about to, like, celebrate that holiday. I'm about to go to my sister's house on this day. Coincidentally, it is the 4th. She's cooking because it's the 4th, but so what? But I'm going over there and get me a plate and be around some family that I love.
Yeah.
But he kept going on and be like, no, that's the same thing. Like they basically celebrating it. So I had to hit him with the like, so bro, tell me this. Now that you still standing in this country, America, with on your feet and an iPhone, and you probably going. He said he don't celebrate Christmas, but he give money Christmas.
Right.
You ain't the same way. That's why I said if we gonna talk about legit, my phone. Hold on, pull my charger out. If we gonna talk about like legit tack for tack, we gotta pull completely out.
Yeah.
There's no, oh, you do this, but you go to McDonald's. Stop it. Stop it. You ain't gonna hit me for just doing the little petty shit, but at the same time, like I said, you still on this land. And even though this is our land, don't get it fucked up. This is our land. You're not really doing nothing to destroy this machine. You're just giving information.
Right.
You're giving information, which is cool. And I'm not saying I'm not downplaying information at all. I'm not. I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you're not completely going the opposite direction, then you're not elevating. Like, I'm not even going to say that way. I'm going to just say this way because it's an elevation type thing. It's like we passed that because he was talking about how he stressed like, yeah, we cursed as a people. And yeah, I do understand that. Deuteronomy 28, if you really look at it, yeah, we cursed as a people, da-da-da-da-da, but at the same time, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So, I mean, it's, like I said, this year 2020, this is the pivot. So you better go towards the light, or you're gonna be stuck stagnant, and you like,
Yeah.
you don't want to be in that lower realm because it's more than just a physical realm that's we about to feel. It's about to be hella different, especially because of these. But it's about to be a hella different world going moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Akana said I pulled out. Get with me. What do you say? What do you say? Yeah, I could show you. Oh, get with me. I can show you how. She said she trying to give you the green pill, son. But
I'm feeling. Zay Duncan was goody. Zay Duncan, you gotta give him blows. That's an ill rapper right there, Zay Duncan.
yeah,
That's my man.
I'm all for it, bro. You know, I'm always trying to create. I'm actually about to go to the studio after this, but yeah, man, it's deep, but it's kind of to me because I don't know. I get bored with stuff to the point where I could get bored with a movement too. I could be like, man, this shit whack. Like I could
Yeah.
imagine myself in the '60s running around with Martin Luther King and shit, the freedom fighters, and then him be like, yeah, we trying to become integrated. I'd be like, nigga, what?
Come on, bro.
Dude,
And
no. Oh my! I'd be like, yo, I'm not marching for this. Okay.
hey, yo, I had so many people, especially during these riots and protests, ask me like, "Yeah, why aren't you out there, bro?" I said, first of all, I was out there in college. I was out there when like the Baltimore shit. Like I said, it's been going on for a couple years. It's just really like the drum is beating now.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it was just bat, bat,
Mm-hmm.
now it's boom, 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 bat, 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 boom, 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 bat. Bro, I see so much shit on my phone. It's like they can only amplify as too many cop kill this or so many black on black. They can only put somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like at the same time, what was we? Hold on.
What'd you say?
Oh no, I was trying to read
Oh,
what she said.
I said she's gonna give you the green pill, but no, Akana is actually she is a Native American. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
the capacity, like her, you know,
So this is her land.
yeah. So she basically like how, like she basically wants to like put you on a game of how like what I mean from her perspective, like we are the natives to this land. You know what I mean? Like, and so she's taking steps to like claim her sovereign, her native status. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, she when you said pull out, like she done been pulled out. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I feel you, man. I feel you. Because, like you said, I was getting tired of movements. Like, when I got hurt, so many people asked me why I not been out there. I was like, I've been out there one, and then two, it's like, you got to elevate past protests. You got to really get in these courthouses
Mm-hmm.
and really be there, like, where they pass policies. Or I just seen a billboard in Homestead that it was like a black-owned register vote, which is cool, even though I don't believe in a vote. That's actually cool because they're pretty much saying, come to us and you can trust us with your mail-in vote.
Yeah.
And then I think that's Wiz Khalifa's name on it or some shit like that. So it was like, that's cool at the end of the day, but you got to elevate past just out there riding and protesting out. It's cool for the youth to get your anger out when shit like that hit the fan, but keep that same energy. Don't just do it because you just seeing somebody on Instagram. Oh, they downtown, bro. Mask up. We about to go to CVS and
Right.
break through the wall.
And
Like, nah, it's
I,
bigger than that.
I've
It's way bigger than that.
too. Like, there's people that I consider in my network of friends that was with it, like they was down and they still down, even now that it's quiet and it ain't that popping no more. Like they
Yeah, as they should
did
be.
it, you know what I mean? But then you seen the people that was getting them photo ops too, like, yo, take an off guard picture of me real quick in front of these folks.
That's all. That's what I'm saying. Some people and they let the net do that. They let this. They don't know, but they let the internet and the TV do it because a lot of people they don't realize. First of all, as black people, we are already naturally actors.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put a camera in front of somebody's face, it's a little like it's like a 15, maybe 10% act on everybody. Like it don't. It's like a pose.
Yeah.
When people say cheese pose, it's like the same thing when people's recording. It's like you put just a little, like some people can act like there ain't this here. Like Kanye said, I'm talking on the TV like it's just you and me, because that's how I gotta do it. It's like
Yeah.
some people could do it, but a lot of people just like I said, it's like 10. Some people got that 90%. No matter what, if they in front of the camera, they acting all out. They gotta do this, they gotta do that. So it's the same thing with the protests and stuff. It's like, are you just doing this because you really believe in the cause, or are you doing this just to be on the camera? What are you doing this for?
I mean,
And if you, like you say, keep that same energy 24/7 365. You it's like a cult. Once you in it, you in it.
yeah.
But even like what time we off, there was that little clip on WPXI, and I used to work at that hotel downtown where that chick from Black Lives Matter just picked up she said something about white supremacy. She picked up this white dude's beer and chugged it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what did that have to do with that's why they looked at us like that. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that don't have shit to do with nothing. And then I don't know what white cuz said. He might have said something fly, but there was some dude on the bike. He got his head knocked in the head with something, a brick or something. But
Mm-hmm.
they were fucking things up, and that was supposedly the Black Lives Matter movement. But once it gets in the hands of them, it seems to get watered down.
Mm-hmm.
And is the thing that we can't let them water down at all. That's something that we just can't do.
Like I feel like the action scene. And I misspoke on Akana. She's not Native American. She's an Aboriginal American. So
Mm.
she, like, I guess that's more according to like the laws of. I want to say that has something to do with like the Constitution and the way that they originally wrote the Constitution. But I don't want to misspeak anymore. So we just got to have Akana come on here and be a guest, so she can talk more about it. But I was going to say that. Oh, what was the point I was going to make? As far as
I've been doing the same thing, bro, but I smoke. So, I mean, I have an excuse.
but I cleared that up with Connor. I ain't want to be misspeaking on her.
No, that's you corrected it. That's what's up, though.
But shit,
I'm just what I am. I'm African American as far as I know, but at the same time, I'm not on paper. I'm not that as I carry myself. I don't even look at myself as like I'm Puma Dumar. That's who I am. Like
the point I was gonna make is okay. The marches is cool. I mean, obviously you got to raise attention and shit like that. But okay, then we move to the riots, right? You know what I mean? And that's I guess where the country is in controversy over. To me, I just feel like, and this is just an opinion that has never really been validated. It's just my opinion. I feel like sometimes the riots happen as a result of the protest being anticlimactic. Like, you go to the city hall, you scream at these white people, then they be like, "All right, niggers, disperse," and you just like, "No, fuck that." You know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
yeah. And that's why I mean
the bigger point I'm trying to make is there's better ways to be violent, and our adversaries use that, like redlining and unfair banking practices, and okay, we're going to develop a Teamsters and exclude y'all from this work. Like, those are the violent steps that our adversaries use that we need to be using, even if we don't do those specific things, because I don't want to say be malicious, but I'm saying like be violent in our political practices. Like, I'm not voting for you. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you talk black. I don't care if you play the saxophone. I don't give a fuck if you tap dance, listen to Nas.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for you unless you do
Yeah.
shit for black people, period. Like, but this shit about to kick you off. You want to give us a shout out?
Man, shout out to God, man. Shout out to God, most high, most high. Yeah, shout out to my mom.
Shout out your mom, man. You gotta shout out your mom. What you about to do next, man? What people gonna see you doing? You got like 50 seconds.
50 seconds. Stay on. I got a couple tracks, man. We gotta release them jams, man. We gotta put them things else up. But other than that, just stay on the lookout. Stay on the lookout for me, and just stay on the lookout and be aware of what's going on in this world. Do not allow the eye to fool the mind. Don't allow what you see to fool you. Don't fall for these illusions. Elevate keep spreading the truth and the hip hop culture to the youth. You know all of that good shit. But like I said, we do gotta release some tracks, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
bro. We're gonna make it happen. That was Puma. This is SOS Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
peace.